What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I'm going to show you some silver rounds that I recently picked up, and I'm going to go through them and see if there's anything that's really cool, vintage, or collectible. So let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, then subscribe to my channel. In this one, I'm going to show you these generic silver rounds that I bought. I got them really close to spot. Let me show you here. I actually wanted to just buy a whole bunch of silver shot to melt down. You can see right here the spot price was $17.05 when I went in. 999 fine silver shot. I got 50 ounces at 60 cents over. Now they were out of silver shot, and so they offered me the silver rounds at the same price. So you can see 999 fine silver bullion 1 ounce rounds. I got 120 of them for 60 cents over spot. So really cool. Now these rounds, they usually sell for more, but I've been in there a whole bunch of times and they know me and they like me and everything, so they gave me a killer deal on it. So massive thanks to the owner over there at AAA Precious Metals. But anyway, I was buying the shot to melt down to make my Dragon Stars for my 10K subscriber party. If you don't know about that, it's on November 22nd. I'm giving away at least 10 ounces of silver and a bunch of other things during that live stream, so you're not going to want to miss that. So November 22nd, 2019, set your calendars. It'll be right here on my channel. But anyway, let's go through these silver rounds, because I don't want to just melt down a bunch of silver rounds if they're collectible, vintage, and you could actually maybe sell them for more money on eBay. So when you're buying silver, a lot of times you can buy generic silver and pay a little premium. Like I said, only 60 cents over spot. So if there's anything cool in here that's worth much more than that, then I could actually make a little bit of money and lower the price of these altogether. So let's pop this one open first. This one caught my eye because look at these toners down here. There might be something really cool in here. I've got no idea. Right off the bat, Sunshine Minting. That's pretty cool. And looks like it does have the SI mint mark on there. So that's pretty sweet. So these are pretty cool. These can be verified using the SI verifier. So that's really cool. Those have a little bit of a premium, not a crazy premium, but there's a couple of, oh gosh, guys, look what we found already, guys and gals. Oh my gosh. It's a 1973 USS Constitution round, and it is beautifully toned. Wow, right off the bat, we're finding a killer piece. Look at that. There's some red and blue in the toning on that. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. These are actually one of my favorite rounds of all time. So look at that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. Well, that's definitely a keeper. Look at that. There's some purple in there. Look at it in the light. Oh my, wow. I don't know that I have one from 1973. I'll have to go look. I always pull these out. I always keep them for my own personal stack. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell this one. That is just so gorgeous. Well, okay, right off the bat, we're finding some cool stuff. Let's just dump this out here and see what we have. Looks like an A mark there. Okay, so these are actually a little bit collectible. Those are pretty cool. Let's see, 1984 A mark. I don't know if I'm going to be able to melt all this stuff down. This is like a Morgan dollar, but it's not. It's just a generic round, so that's a melter. Probably melt down those Sunshine Minting ones as well. What's this one here? Okay, it's like the scales. I don't know. I don't know what this one is. I haven't seen this one before. I don't know if that's vintage or not. One thing that I like to do is, if I don't know what it is, it's a world trade. So maybe like the World Trade Unit type thing. If I don't know what it is, I just look it up on eBay. 1972, that's kind of cool. And see how much they're going for on eBay. So the key is, are they selling for more than spot price, and how much more? Look at this toned A mark. Wow, with the date on it too, 1982. That is a gorgeous piece. That's definitely going to be a keeper as well. And then this is the other one that was really heavily toned. Look at that, United States of America. Oh my gosh, 1 troy ounce World Trade Unit. But look at the toning on that thing. That is black. That is a really cool one too. I'm probably gonna keep that one as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna go through all these. Here's some just generic rounds here. Republic Metals Corporation, they went out of business last year. But I'm going to go through most of them and show you what I got here. So a bunch of those. A lot of times these tubes will be just full tubes of buffaloes or, oh, look, check it out. Another one of the honest value never fails. Oh man, and this one's got some cool toning as well. Look at that purple and blue in the bottom. Oh my goodness. These are so freaking cool. 1973. I don't know if all of them are 1973. I'll have to check my other ones that I have. And then look at this, a U.S. Assay Office, 1981. Always got to pull these ones out because these are really cool, and people love the U.S. Assay Office rounds. Okay, so already right off the bat, finding some really cool stuff. I guarantee that these honest value never fails ones, I could probably sell these for at least 30 bucks on eBay. So, you know, if I had just melted those down, what a shame, you know what I mean? So you always got to look through your generic silver rounds and pull out the keepers. So I'm going to go through the rest of the tubes, and if I find anything cool, I'll bring you guys in and I'll show it to you. Okay, so I opened one tube and it was all just these, the ACV SMI. So I don't know what those are, but they're definitely not vintage or collectible. Then the next tube, I got a bunch of these American Prospector, but they are engelhard rounds. So that's pretty cool. And they're actually in really good condition. They're not toned or anything, from 1987. So I don't know what those are worth, but I'm going to set those aside. I got to look those up on eBay. I did find another assay office, so I got a couple piles going here. A-Mark, assay office, other, and then the honest value. Those ones are killer. And then I wanted to show you these ones. I've never seen these before. A Bullion Direct. So I don't know what that is, just some random company. And then this one as well. Weathermaker Carrier Heat Pumps. That is so funny. They got like silver rounds for their anniversary made. But anyway, I don't know if that's vintage or collectible or anything, but I'll probably check those ones out. But anyway, I'm going to get back and keep looking through the tubes. Okay, so I finished going through all of the tubes, all 120 of these silver rounds. And I found a bunch more of these ones. So those are definitely going to hit the melting pot. Nothing special about those ones at all. And I found some other generics and stuff. Now for the engelhard rounds, I actually did have a chance to look these up on eBay. I got a couple different varieties. I have the 1985, so that's kind of cool. And I also have the 1987. Now, I looked these up on eBay, and they're actually not going for that much money, really. So I don't know if these are worth keeping or not. I'll hold on to them for a little bit and think about it, but they're really only going for like 20 to maybe 25 bucks at most on eBay. And so when you're selling stuff like this on eBay, you have to factor in the eBay fees, the PayPal fees, and the shipping, and also your time to list it, get it packaged up, all the materials for packaging, etc. So there is a lot of time and energy and effort that goes into selling something like this. So when everything gets factored in, it really takes away at least 20% of the final sale. So let's say I sold this for like 20 bucks, minus 20%, that's 16 bucks. That's, you know, less than I paid for it. I lose money on it, right? So I'd need to sell these for at least 25 bucks to make any sort of profit, and it would be really slim profit, just a few bucks, you know. So probably not worth listing these on eBay. However, I'll hold on to them for a little bit. Sometimes people that are watching the videos are collecting stuff and they're like, oh my gosh, don't melt that. I really want that one or something. So I'm not going to melt those right away. But anyway, I did look up this one as well, the Universaro 1972 round. These aren't going for a ton of money. This is like 20, maybe 22 bucks. Another tip is that when you're looking up stuff on eBay, look for the sold items and see how much it's actually sold for. So that one's not really collectible. That's just another generic. And then I didn't have a chance to look up these ones, but I don't think it's anything special. They look like just generic ones, and this one was like some company's anniversary, so I don't think that's going to be worth anything unless like the owner of Carrier Heat Pumps is wanting it or something like that. So final total on A-Marks, I ended up with 4 of the A-Marks. These are pretty cool. So we got some different dates. We have the 1982, that's my favorite one. We have the 1986, the 1984, and the 1983. So I'm actually getting a nice little collection of A-Marks here. I just need the 1985. And then I've got a nice little set here of 5 dates. So these are really cool. I like these A-marks for sure, especially this toner. For some reason, the toners just catch my eye. And I mean, look at all the different colors in there. Absolutely gorgeous piece. So those are pretty sweet. I'm happy to pull those out and save those. I did end up with 2 of the US Assay Office. So we got 2 of them here, the 1981. I believe the date on all of them is the same. I think every single one of these has the 1981. But these are really beautiful toners here. So I'll let you take a look at those. Really sweet. Happy to save those ones from the melting pot. So that's pretty cool. And we do have different eagles. I think there's 4 or maybe even 6 different eagle varieties. I'm not sure on the US Assay. I think there's actually 4 eagle varieties, but then the flip orientation is different on different ones. So anyway, we got 2 of those. Those are pretty cool. This one I pulled out and saved just because it's so beautifully toned. But honestly, I think it's just a generic round. It just looks really cool. 1 troy ounce. You know, it's the World Trade Unit. These aren't super collectible or anything. At least not that I'm aware of, but it's in beautiful condition. I just love the look of it. I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. It looks like it was probably artificially toned and cleaned at some point, but either way, I'm going to save that one for a little bit and just keep my eye on it. And then obviously the winners of the whole batch clearly are these gorgeous Honest Value Never Fails rounds. So cool and just so beautifully toned. To me, the toning appears to be natural. It doesn't look like these were artificially toned, but these are gorgeous. And in fact, one of the first pieces of silver that I ever bought my entire life was one of these rounds. I got one of these. It was in my first 20 pieces of silver that I ever bought. So these hold a special place in my heart, and I always save these from getting melted whenever I'm going through generic rounds. So those are definitely the winners of the whole collection here. But anyway, I'll definitely save this little group here from melting. These ones I'll think about. These ones are probably all going to hit the melting pot along with the silver shot. So anyway, that was the video. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up. I do want to say a massive thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.